Good Tuesday morning, church family. Hear these words from Matthew 7. Be on your guard against false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravaging wolves. You will recognize them by their fruit. Prophets speak for the Lord. They make sense of what is going on around us, but false prophets, they claim to do this, but do not. To listen to false prophets is to go in the wrong direction. Like we talked about yesterday, to take the wide road that leads to destruction. One way to test a prophet's mettle is to be patient, to wait and to see if what the prophet says comes to pass. Then you know that, well, they are not a false prophet. I think Jesus gives a better way. You look at their lives. You look at whether or not they are producing fruit. You know, we have a tomato plant in our yard, several, that are already revealing tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, still green, but perfectly shaped, and we have every reason to believe that they'll be red soon and delicious. This rain coming down around me this morning will help that. I used to coach basketball with a man who's still a good friend to this day, a great friend. And he would often use pithy quotes in very effective ways. And one of my favorites is that he would ask us or ask our players, are you going to be a fountain today? Or are you going to be a drain? And we'd get a chuckle out of that, but it's a poignant question. So let me ask us, what's the fruit in our lives this morning, church? Are we pouring into others? Are our lives like this rain around me this morning? Are we testifying to what God is already doing around us, making the world more like it's supposed to be, helping the kingdom come, which is already coming? You know, in winding down this great Sermon on the Mount, which is in no way ordinary, Jesus talks about fruit. And he says you will recognize them by their fruit. A pretty simple thought for us on a Tuesday morning, but much easier said and thought than done. You will be compelled today to allow your frustration or your tiredness to influence how you interact with others. Don't let it. Look to Jesus instead. Be a fountain today. Love one another. Bear good fruit. We'll say more about this as the week goes on. Until then, I'm praying for you, praying for each of you. You are loved, you are sent, and you are never alone. Grace and peace.